Chapter 8. Accessories for Bridesmaids and Flower Girls. Once the bridesmaids' and flower girls' dresses are sorted, it is time to ensure that they have the accessories to match. In general, the bridesmaids will pay for their accessories themselves, but of course you as a bride will want to make sure that they blend well together and don't outshine you. Flower girls won't need as much in the way of accessories, apart from perhaps shoes and a basket for rose petals. Bridesmaids' accessories. Jewelry. The jewelry your bridesmaids wear is really dependent on their dresses and on what you are wearing. If they have a dress with a high neckline, for example, they may not need to wear necklaces. Otherwise, a necklace and earrings is probably the best way to go. That doesn't mean that each bridesmaid needs to wear the same jewelry. In fact, if they are all wearing the same dresses, they might like the idea of wearing different jewelry. And if they are all wearing different dresses, they may need to wear different jewelry. If your bridesmaids do decide to wear necklaces, you should ensure that they choose a style of necklace that fits well with their neckline. For example, a pendant might look great with a sweetheart or strapless neckline, whereas a high neckline might suit a long necklace of beads. You will also need to consider what you are wearing. If you have a low neckline with a pearl choker, you might not want them to wear pearls at all, or you may want them to wear single strand of pearls. Whether they wear bracelets or not is really up to you and them. It could look lovely if those without necklaces opt for bracelets, and those who wear necklaces go without. Then they are not swimming in jewelry and won't overawe what you are wearing. If you do decide that you want your bridesmaids to all wear the same jewelry, you might want to consider giving them a gift of jewelry before rather than after the event, with the proviso that they wear it on your big day. If you are planning to let your bridesmaids sort their own jewelry out, and you have strong feelings about what they should or shouldn't wear, let them know in plenty of time. You may not want a bridesmaid with a nose ring or ankle chain, for example. Don't surprise them by asking them to remove their jewelry at the last minute. At the very least, when it comes to jewelry, you should ask your bridesmaids to keep you informed about what they intend to wear. You may think the people in question have the best possible taste, but you don't want to be surprised on the day of your wedding. Shoes. If you or your bridesmaids have had to pay out for a dress, you may not want to spend a great deal on shoes. At the same time, you want them to look as smart as possible, and ideally, they should match in color. If they are all wearing the same dresses, or at least the same color, you might want them to wear the same shoes. But that really depends on whether they can all get the same shoes. If they are wearing long dresses, their shoes may hardly be seen anyway. The weather may also be a factor. If you are getting married in the late spring, summer, or early fall, strappy sandals will look great. If you go for a neutral color, such as nude or gold, they can look classy and match any color of dress. If the wedding is during the colder times of year, simple pumps with a heel that can be dyed to match the dresses may be an option. On the whole, it is better to opt for shoes with a heel, provided it isn't too high, because this will make your bridesmaids look taller and leggier. They will probably feel better, too. A classic style of shoe is probably the best option, unless a more flamboyant pair fits in with your wedding theme. You may want to keep an eye on your bridesmaid's choice of shoes, simply because you don't want them to turn up in a pair of Manolo Blahniks that are far classier than your own. You also don't want one bridesmaid to stand out over another because of her choice of shoes. Purses. Bridesmaids will want a purse with them to keep necessities such as money, makeup, car keys, a camera, and possibly some of your own necessities. The style should be left up to them because they probably won't have them as they walk down the aisle behind you anyway. Evening purses will be most suitable. Clutch purses look great, but can be hard to handle, whereas a small bag with a strap can be worn hands-free. Hair accessories. You will want to keep an eye on your bridesmaids' hair accessories because you want them to complement your own, not duplicate or take over from them. If you are wearing accessories with a particular theme, such as butterflies or crystal beads, you may want your bridesmaids to wear something similar, albeit on a lesser scale. What they wear will depend on the length of their hair. Short-haired bridesmaids will look great with a simple hair slide or hair band. Longer-haired bridesmaids can sweep their hair up with a barrette or combs. Wraps. If you're getting married in warm weather, your bridesmaids probably won't need anything but their dresses. If, however, it is cold, you might want to think about wraps. Ideally, this should complement both their dresses and whatever you are wearing. A lacy knitted bolero jacket or a faux fur shrug will look classy and will keep the chills off for the duration of the wedding ceremony. Flower girls' accessories. You don't want to load your flower girls up with accessories. Their innocence and cuteness is what should shine through, not the jangle of their accessories. However, there are a few basics that you may want to consider. Shoes. You may not need to buy shoes that match the particular dresses your flower girls are wearing, unless they are wearing dresses of the same fabric as your dress. In that case, you might want to ensure that they have matching shoes too. The best choice of shoes for flower girls is simple pumps with a strap, or sandals if it is very hot. If you don't want the shoes to be filthy before the end of the wedding ceremony, it is worth avoiding pure white or even cream shoes. Little girls might enjoy having their shoes blinged up with a few crystal beads or sequins. Basket. If you want your flower girls to scatter petals as they walk down the aisle, look out for some pretty baskets for them to carry. Bear in mind their size. A 3-year-old will not be able to carry the same size basket as an 8-year-old. You can buy baskets from a wide range of online retailers, such as eBay and Walmart, as well as specialist wedding retailers. Don't spend a great deal of money. A beautiful satin basket may look adorable, but not much more than a cheaper version. And in the hands of children, they aren't likely to last very long. Hair accessories. Flower girls will look adorable with cute hair accessories in their hair, but don't go overboard. Just one barrette or a couple of glittery hair clips is all that they need. Younger girls will look particularly adorable with a headband, perhaps with a flower or two adorning it. Sashes. If your bridesmaids are wearing white or cream dresses, a sash of the same fabric as your bridesmaid dresses will add a splash of color and will ensure that they all blend in together. It's a simple touch that won't cost much money, but can be very effective. If, however, you can't get hold of the same fabric, don't try to match it up with something inferior. It won't look right. Silk flowers. Finally, if your flower girls aren't carrying a basket of petals, you might want them to carry a small bouquet of silk flowers instead. Silk flowers can look beautiful if you avoid buying the cheapest type. They will also last a lot longer than fresh flowers and are likely to be cheaper. Accessories for bridesmaids and flower girls may not be at the top of your list of priorities. You may not even need to buy them yourself. However, if you stay informed, you can ensure that they complement the overall beauty of your wedding rather than detract from it.